Today we're going to talk about how using labels in Gmail can keep your inbox organized. First, I'm going to show you how to create a new label. I'm going to go over to an email that's in my inbox, and I'm going to go up to the icon that looks like a tag. That's the labels icon. Go down to the bottom and choose Create New. Give a title to your label. Collab Debriefs is what I'm going to call this one. I can choose to nest it under a label I've previously made if I'd like to, or I can just create new. That's what I'm going to do there. And then you can see my new label, Collab Debriefs, pops up on the left-hand side of my inbox. What I can do when I have my email highlighted is choose to label it any of the labels that I have already previously made. For this one, again, I wanted it to be called Collab Debriefs. So you can see that the label is tagged right there on the email, and it's also tagged right here in my inbox. Now I can take this a step further. Since I've read this email, I don't want to delete it and I want to keep it, but I don't want to keep it in my inbox so that I know that I've already taken care of that. What I can actually do now is go up to the Move To icon, which looks like a file folder, and I can choose to move this email over to where it says Collab Debriefs. That will actually put the email over here so that I have record of it. I can keep it organized, but it's filed away right where I want it to be. Now you can also label something, a label that you've previously made. This email in particular, I would like to label as Lighthouse Team. It goes with that information. So I go up to labels and I can scroll down and choose Lighthouse Team. As you can see here, the label is tagged right on the email. It's also tagged right in my inbox. Again, if I want to clear it from my inbox but keep it organized and put it in the correct place, I'm going to go ahead and move it to the Lighthouse Team folder. And it's going to go right over in there. Now, if you move something over to one of your labels, it automatically automatically gets that label. So if I move this email without labeling it first over to Lighthouse Team, it's going to be in my Lighthouse Team folder over here. Here it has the label when I pull it up, and it automatically moved it over. So it's just sort of a quick way to label it and move it at the same time. Now, when you want to manage your labels, you have lots of options for that as well. You can use the drop-down menu and choose a color for your label. You can choose to show it, hide it, edit it, remove it, or even add a sublabel. Another way you can do that is, again, back at the labels icon, you can go to Manage Labels, and here you have all the same information that you do over here on the side. So here's all the different labels. Here's my Collab Debriefs. Here's my Lighthouse Team. I can choose to hide that label if I no longer want to see it. Right now it currently says Show. I can choose to remove it altogether if I don't need that label anymore, or I can edit it. So again, I can go through the Manage Labels in the inbox. I can do the same thing with the drop-down box, or I can go over to the Settings menu and I can find labels right there as well. So just a few different ways that using labels can help keep your inbox organized and clutter-free.